The third recording. Hang on. This is the third recording of the practice problems for the test on Module 3. So this is some more on identify the domain, range, and whether or not the function is increasing or decreasing. Increasing, decreasing. Okay, and remember we're on Module 3. Oh, you couldn't see what I did right there. Increasing goes uphill, decreasing goes downhill. So back over here, and let's look at this problem. All right, it's going downhill. It's decreasing. I'm going to identify some points. And think about when you're doing the test, if you identify the points, even if you mess up later, you'll get more partial credit if you identify the point. So if you see a point, identify it. This is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Negative 5 is the x value, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Positive 5 is the y value. And this point here, positive 2 is the x value, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Negative 6 is the y value. So that's really going to help me with my domain and range. Domain is the x values, the possible x values. So if I'm looking at my graph here, it starts here and the x value here is negative 5. And it stops here and the x value here is 2. And so I have to figure out, this is a closed dot, square bracket, open dot, round bracket. All right, so domain, remember, is the x values, x, domain. Y values are the range. So, range. Again, just looking at this decreasing function, here the y value was 5. And here the y value was negative 6. Closed dot, open dot. So this is a function that does not go on forever. So the domain and range don't have any infinity symbols in there because it doesn't go on forever. It starts here and it stops here. Closed dot means it includes the point. Open dot means it goes right up to it but does not include the 2 or the negative 6. So, okay, I'm going to move this over and we'll do number 3 right here. All right, looks like a downhill. Let's see, as I'm going over, I have to go down. So, and it never changes that, so it's always decreasing. Domain. Okay, so this goes on forever. This goes on to negative infinity, that's called. And this starts at a point where 1, 2, 3, 4. X is 4. And y is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Negative 6. Okay. So if I'm thinking about the domain, I'm thinking about the values on the x-axis where this is good. So it starts here where x is 4 and goes to negative infinity. And it's an open dot. And for the range, you know, I'm going to look this up and make sure that the order is correct. Maybe I should have put negative infinity to 4, but I'm not positive. So I'm gonna look that up and make sure I'm doing that right. The values are definitely correct. And I'm going to go in the same order for the range. So I'm looking now at my y values. So for y, it's evening out here at about where x is negative 1. And it's just going to keep getting closer and closer to negative 1. This is a special kind of function. So it's going to keep getting closer to -1. So right here. So if I'm thinking about the range, I'm going to start in the same place. I'm going to say -6 definitely, and then it only goes up to -1, but never actually touches -1. So that would be the range for that one. Okay, I'm going to go look that up and see about the order.